How to make a human if you're already an adult. Making a human, legally and ethically, isn't exactly a problem, but if you're low on energy and still want to play God alone, can you actually make a person from scratch? From a recipe standpoint, yes. After all, humans are literally made of stardust. The hydrogen atoms in your body come from the first minutes after the Big Bang. The iron in your blood was forged in the death throes of supernovas. You're made of an astronomical number of atoms that once drifted through the cosmos, now bound together by chance into you. So, to make a person, you're really just rearranging the matter of the universe, the cosmic recipe. Forget about the soul for now. The raw ingredients are simple: oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, plus a pinch of calcium, phosphorus, and a sprinkle of trace elements. It's like cooking. The ingredient list isn't long, but the proportions and timing decide whether you end up with a Michelin-starred human or just a puddle of sludge. First up, water. People say women are made of water. Not exactly. Men often have a slightly higher percentage of water for all life, though water is the main ingredient. The oxygen in water fuels your metabolism. You use oxygen continuously to breathe and for cellular energy. Hydrogen, though light, is everywhere. Over half the atoms in your body are hydrogen. Many organic molecules in you rely on hydrogen bonds. Next comes the brickwork of life, carbon. You might ask, if I'm building a person from scratch, why not go full sci-fi and make a silicon-based life form? Because carbon is the ultimate molecular T-amp layer. It forms stable bonds with many elements, and with itself, making chains, rings, and complex frameworks that build gigantic organic molecules. Silicon, by contrast, reacts differently with oxygen and tends to form rock-like compounds. Not ideal for flexible, dynamic chemistry of life. Carbon isn't free, purulent metaphors aside, but its chemistry is what lets proteins and DNA exist. To build proteins and genes, you also need nitrogen. Without nitrogen, you can't make amino acids or nucleotides. We're not making slime here. We need a skeleton to hold it all up. Enter calcium and phosphorus. Calcium gives structure to bones. Phosphorus helps form the backbone of DNA and is central to ATP cells' energy packets. Although they make up smaller mass fractions, these elements are crucial structural and energetic players. All told, oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium, and phosphorus account for most of your body mass. But you'll also need the spices, trace elements. Potassium and sodium in your body fluids act like batteries for nerve signals. Chlorine helps make stomach acid. Sulfur, magnesium, zinc, selenium, copper, and others play many catalytic and structural roles. Without about 24 essential elements, cellular chemistry as we know it can't run. See? The stuff to make a human is scattered all over Earth. A handful of soil, a splash of water, a breath of air, and you've basically got the elements list. But just dumping them together won't work. You have to combine them the right way to form organic molecules. Cooking up life, this isn't impossibly hard. It just usually takes a lot of time. Earth once brewed its own primordial soup. Classic experiments showed that mixing simple gases, methane, ammonia, hydrogen, water vapor, and supplying energy like sparks can produce amino acids, life's building blocks. Deep-sea hydrothermal vents act like giant slow cookers, using heat and chemical gradients to produce organic molecules. With those molecular bricks, you can start building larger macromolecules. Proteins, RNA, DNA, proteins, the workhorses of life. Are amino acids linked by peptide bonds? Folded into specific 3D shapes that determine their function. Life selected a standard set of about 20 amino acids to build most proteins. Proteins must do almost everything: speed up reactions as enzymes, transmit signals, act as hormones, defend as antibodies, and more. Then you need a blueprint for heredity, DNA and RNA. DNA, famous double helix, stores genetic information in a stable form so it can be passed generation to generation. RNA often acts as the messenger and the implementer. If a cell is a factory, DNA is the blueprint, RNA is the messenger and worker, and proteins are the machines. This is the central dogma of molecular biology. But there's a chicken and egg puzzle. Which came first, DNA or proteins? Proteins need nucleic acid instructions to be made. DNA replication needs protein enzymes. Modern theory proposes an RNA world. Early self-replicating RNA molecules may have come first, later aided by proteins, with DNA evolving as a more stable storage medium. Where we stand now, it looks promising, but don't forget, natural processes took billions of years. Still, humans have started to step into this creation space. In 2010, scientists synthesized a genome on a computer, inserted it into a cell, and produced a synthetic organism. Subsequent work produced minimal bacterial genomes, only a few hundred genes. But even in those stripped-down cells, many genes' functions remain unknown. In humans, the genome's complexity is vastly greater. We still don't fully understand large portions of it. Today's synthetic biology is powerful, but mostly microbial. To assemble a whole human from scratch, you'd need to build every tissue and organ, make them work together, and somehow account for consciousness, an immense leap. Think about it, from amino acids in a primordial soup, through eons of evolution and countless extinctions, emerged beings who can ask these questions. It's both accident and miracle. The universe hid a secret in stellar ashes, and that mystery still teases our curiosity. If stardust could form you and me, maybe the cosmos still holds the next miracle, waiting under some distant sky.